Hi, welcome back. We are On the Other Hand, Minneapolis Urban League, and we're sitting here with members of Rhymesayers Entertainment. Now, I want to get to that story. I'm not going to let you live that down. I got to hear the story about the snoring. I think I said at the end of last segment, at the beginning of the CD, they got him snoring, and it is really funny and very original. I was very impressed by that. But I want to talk about, because I don't want to forget at the end, I want to talk about what you guys have done. I want you to tell us about the media that you've had in major publications, the writing that you do for a publication around town. I'd like to hear from you guys about that stuff. The source, Rolling Stone.
Everything.
Just jump right in.
So we got to talk about
Jump right in.
ourselves.
Yep, talk about it.
I feel like we're boosting ourselves up.
So wait, you want to tell him about the snoring? Well, he really
All right, he was sleeping.
Yeah, see, I was asleep.
He doesn't know anything about it.
But I can lead up to where I crashed. Okay, what happened was, so I had some sinus problems or whatever, and we were rehearsing for the LL Cool J show.
Okay.
So we were like, just up all night or whatever, just trying to do it. It was like, whatever, 2 days before or whatever. So we're just, we got to put this show together. So I took these pills from his bathroom, not really knowing what they were. It just said Comtrex. So I was like, all right. And they were like sleeping pills. So just like in the middle of the rehearsal, I just went to sleep or whatever, trying to stay up. I didn't even know I went to sleep. And that's when they whatever they did.
It kind of just worked out because it wasn't planned. It was like one night we were rehearsing for a show, and he dozed off and was snoring, so we just said, let's record it. So we just, having fun. I mean, that's what a lot of our sessions are like. It's just us having fun, so.
Laid a mic on his face.
Yeah, so we laid the mic
Pushed
down
record.
and recorded. And it was never planned to use it for anything, but then when we did get into the process of recording his album, we were just like, hey, that'd be kind of cool to just start it out with that, and then end it out with that, with how he wakes up, and he's just like, hey, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. I didn't know I was asleep, and I was like, man, I took the pill or whatever,
So it just kind of worked out that way.
Let's talk about your project. You haven't done a CD since then, or are you in the process of working on another one?
Well, Dino Spectrum.
Dino Spectrum. Yeah. Why don't you talk about the CD that? Let's talk about your last project that you just.
Comparison.
The one with, yeah. Yeah,
Comparison is like. Comparison is basically like. That's just like the. Kind of like the ground floor of the factory, it's just like it's like everybody. We put it together. We had to rush ourselves on a project basically, so it ain't necessarily like a Rhymesayers fulfillment, but it's done what it's done. It did its job and everything. It took us to here, what it was supposed to do basically, and that's what we did it for. It was just a pressure point for us. Like we got to do it, so everybody can just know we're serious, take us serious. As far as the business move and, the music industry, basically that's what it was.
Yeah, the funny thing about Beyond's project, it was like we had already recorded it before we did the actual album. We were working in some other studios just around town, and we were trying to put it together. We recorded like 22, 23 songs at a studio, and we were just really having the hardest time getting it mixed down and finishing the project up. It took us like three or 4 months to mix like 2 songs, so we just kept getting frustrated and more frustrated, and so finally we broke down and just maxed out the credit cards and did whatever we had to do to basically build up our studio, and with really no experience just the little bit of studio experience we had, just kind of going into the studio and having someone else do our stuff. With that experience, we kind of just bought the equipment that we thought we needed and recorded his album. We got the equipment in, hooked it up, and recorded his album the next week, and finished it within like about 2 months, recorded vocals, mixed it and everything, and had it out, so.
Yeah, Comparison was kind of like, like the detonator, the throw at the door, the grenade and bust open,
we were
and
really
just come through.
Secure ourselves so people and knew we were serious about what we were doing, that we weren't just, out here just doing it to have fun. I mean, we're doing it to have fun, but we're also very serious about what we do.
We've got about 5 minutes left in this segment, and I did say before that I really want to hear some of your poetry, if I can refer to it as such. And if we could just spend a couple of minutes with maybe you guys doing your thing for us. I'm really proud of these guys because I've known them for a long time, and I'm so happy for your success. And I think that what I really like about you guys is that your lyrics are so insightful, and you can really you could, like you said, I can feel you when I see you perform, when I hear you on the albums. And I want our audience to have that same experience if they can't get out to one of your performances. So if you could do a little something for us, just a couple of minutes, so we could talk at the end of the segment, if that's okay with you guys.
All right. Take it off, Slug.
Oh, take it off, Slug.
Take it off. Take it out of here.
Now, when I first landed, the damage was outlandish, the anguish and the anxious and taking it for granted. And when I first landed, I was so relieved I lost my focus, made it easy to exceed the recommended dosages. And now I hold this grip that holds this soul, that holds this quote, skills exclusive, which leaves illusions of unfocused flows. I don't suppose they're taking too much time, breaking too much mind, trying to unravel the babble that dismantled and left the lines in need of some assembly, so we could find the secret keys and free all the MCs. This planet spins upon a thin axis, and all axis passes won't help me to grasp the atmosphere. I mean, what did you really think my agenda was, to freestyle, smile, get paid to smoke, grab the mic and spoon feed? There's more to this than just paying the rent, so if you're riding on the stone, you need to ride it to the end. What could you say as the earth gets further and further away? Planets as small as balls of clay. Your turn.
My turn. Okay, let's do something like this. When I'm on the city bus, people try to discuss the daily current affairs, but I'm turning to stare out the window. I gaze at my reflection and pause, look into my own eyes so I can read all my flaws. I got a ways to go, heading downtown to Minneapolis. Watching some people in the way they carry savageness is grabbing my senses. You're my friend, this is my mental freeze. Even my kin to me are trying to bring me injuries emotionally. I'm not getting no assistance. My family's pissing over things that's inefficient. All I'm trying to do is succeed so I can feed my seed. So all this BS, yo, I don't need. Exceed on to the next thought. Rush hours got the block tight, so at a stoplight we take heart. So many buildings that overtower this. I wonder who owns them. Maybe I can build a conglomerate. Cause I'm a monster when it comes to creating, but doors are slammed in your face if you're lacking on education. I'm patient cause I know that I'll be making advancement. I'm giving everybody some till I'm triumphant for nothing or less. I'm showing my chest. I feel like growing some to make loot and gain some progress. I'm halfway downtown and steady thinking about my caliber. From the words of this master, I gotta grow.
Thanks, you guys. Just a couple of minutes. Actually, we just have a couple minutes left in the show. I'm sorry. I want to put up the Rhymesayers entertainment information for everyone. This is the number and email that they can contact you guys for gig information, or I'm sorry, yeah, gig information. And what else can they get with that?
Shows, upcoming releases, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah.
Okay. There's also, yeah, let's leave that up for a minute. I want everybody to know that they are getting national attention, you know, from Rolling Stone and The Source. You guys got incredible reviews in The Source, and you're in the chart, Billboard charts, right?
Yeah.
As well as local publications are really being very, they're giving you the attention that has been long overdue and that you absolutely deserve. I want to thank these guys for being here this evening. And they do have a gig that they have to get to here for an hour, so this was a little pressing for them to be here, and I appreciate that. So in closing, is there anything that you guys want to say to our audience?
Yeah, I'd like, if it's cool, I would like to say hello to my son, Jacob, whichever camera. Hi, Jacob. Thank you.
I just want everybody to come out on the 30th. Come check it out. You know, if you want to absorb a little bit more than just what you hear 24 hours a day on the radio or see on the videos, if you want to go a little bit deeper into hip-hop than just that, come out on the 30th to the entry. Check it out.
Okay. And then there's also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank, you know, everybody who supports us, everybody who's behind us, you know, and everybody who don't, you know, because it just makes us work harder so you can recognize us for what we do.
Thank you guys so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.